Oh yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. It was great.
You went?
What's that?
Did you go and come back?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Got back yesterday.
Oh, good.
I'll bet you're back. I'm guessing the weather's a little different there.
Yeah, especially they got a big storm coming through right now. I got out just in time.
Yeah.
I know, but I read right now the text. So if that's the problem.
Hello.
It's made
Hello.
Oh,
Hello?
okay.
I'm trying to get my camera to work here.
And I was trying to make my sound work here. So it seems to be working. Your camera doesn't.
Mm-hmm. We'll give people a little bit of time to get here. See if anybody else is coming.
Okay.
Sure.
Owen, are you planning on taking some notes?
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay, and I will too, and maybe we can hook up after. And I mean, it's no big deal. I don't think it needs to be as precise as we've been doing in the past. I think that's going to come up a little bit.
Yeah.
We were just going through the weeds, and we didn't need to go through all those weeds.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're on the right track now.
I do too.
I hate to start before a couple more people get here, so we'll just kind of cool it for a little while.
Yeah,
Tell us about your grandson, Bruce.
He's great. He just got 8 pounds. That was kind of a concern. He was not gaining weight as fast as he could be, but he's amazing. He's my first grandson. So I don't know if you guys have grandchildren. It's different, you know, seeing my daughter raise a little baby like that and how much work she's going through. At first I never thought she could do it, but she's a trooper, and so is her husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I'm thinking, geez, I did all that with a couple babies. I don't remember all that hard work. I probably didn't, but it was probably my wife. Yeah, I hope I can drag him back out here before he gets too old and help him, let him grow up out here a little bit. She wants to come back, but her husband's whole family's back in Wisconsin, and she's been back there, and I don't know if she's going to be able to come back out. Plus the cost of living, they both have good jobs and they still can't make it out here. He's an engineer and she's a physical therapist, and it would be very, very hard for them to live around here.
Yep.
Well, you know, we have it pretty good. It's pretty cheap for us to live out here.
In this little community, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
she grew up in Rossmore, so she knows what it costs around here. Yeah, I'm from Steel. My parents are original owners in College Park East over there, so I've been around here since 1967.
Wow.
Went to all the local schools, LaSalle and Cypress and Cal State Long Beach. This is my home.
Well, this is a time to be here because anybody that's from back east knows if you talk to anybody back there, they're freezing their butts off.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I have a friend that his son is a freshman at a college in Boston right now, and they're getting slammed. And he's a surfer boy with long hair, and he's in a music school, and he got caught walking around in his flip-flops and his shorts, and it was snowing, and he almost came home. My buddy said, as much as I'm spending on this college, you get your ass back there. So it should be interesting to see what happens.
Yuri, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody here?
Hi, everybody. I'm Yuri Lotakov. You know my wife, Luba
Hmm.
pretty well. We are here in Leisure World. We moved here about a year and a half ago. We love it here, enjoy it here, and hopefully contribute to good life here. My background is in music, piano, classical piano playing, and in computers. I used to have my own consulting company for business computing, and also worked. My last place of employment was Health Net Insurance, out of all other places. So I'm retired and looking forward to, well, actually, I have to tell you, I thought that I wouldn't know what to do with my time. And it's certainly not so. I am getting busier and busier. I have opportunity, of course, to practice piano, read books. Will start, promise, doing sports, or at least some activities, because in general I'm lazy. So I thought that joining the clubs, and I'm a member of a couple of clubs already, joining the clubs like Drone Club would stimulate both my intellectual interest and physical. You need to walk like this and look up all the time. So here I am. Hope, well, not hope, I know that it will be wonderful. So very happy to meet you all. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, I managed to fix my camera.
Hey, Joseph.
Yep, you're loud and clear.
Okay. Well, I'm disappointed by the turnout, but I like the people that are here, so we're doing just fine. I'm going to try sharing my screen, and we'll go through, because as you'll see in the bylaws, I'll share my screen for you, so we can get through this here with. Okay, can you see the agenda?
Yes.
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 Okay. The first thing we have to do is vote on the officers. So we're going to ask Yuri to propose this slate of officers for election.
I appreciate very much, but I don't know people. I don't
Okay,
know.
they're all right in front of you. Us other four people besides you.
Yuri?
I'm
it's
Joseph.
On the agenda.
I'm sorry, what?
On the agenda, you can see in the middle paragraph.
Yes. Oh, okay, I got it. So the proposal is President Joseph and Secretary Owen and Treasurer Christina and Vice President Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
I have no objection.
Okay,
Oh.
well, all I want you to say is I nominate this slate of officers.
I do nominate the slate of officers.
Okay.
All second.
Since we have no objections to that, everybody who approves of that, please raise your hand. Okay, that's done. Good. Here are the bylaws, which they struggled with for a year and a half. I simplified it as much as I possibly could. I left a couple of things in that I don't think everybody's crazy about, and I'll say why. These are the things about membership. Membership is voluntary. Members open to residents who are Golden Rain Foundation members of Leisure World. Only residents can hold offices. And the classes of membership shall be member, pilot trainer, or co-pilot trainer. So you'll be a member and a pilot, or a member and a co-pilot trainee, I'm sorry. We have the offices. This is what all those people will be. The reason we were able to vote is that we consider a quorum in this club to be the people who are present at the meeting. Okay, and the majority to be the majority of those present at the meeting.
Yeah, Joseph, did you, in the bylaws, does it say that?
Yes.
I thought I still saw the 25%.
Of paper.
Yeah, okay. No, I meant to take that out, so let me, all votes during a club meeting will be decided on 50% plus one vote of the members present.
Right, but the sentence above it. That's
What
where
sentence above it?
But I like the way that it's hard to explain that a quorum basically is however many members are there. I guess you don't need to put that in there if it's, yeah, okay. I love how simple it is. I love that you simplified it that much.
Well, we gotta do something to get all the crap out of there.
Yeah,
The only thing that I left in was, let's see if I can find it now. Anyway, I left in that this is a club, this is a recreational club, and not but for people who are in the club who want to be involved in service, they can serve certs or any other kind of service in the, and if we get an opportunity to do that, people would contact me and then I would announce it to the club, and people could decide to do it if they could do it and if they were capable,
that's perfect.
Okay?
Perfect. Now, that's in Article 2. So there's also one spelling. I don't know if you want the spelling stuff right now.
Yep, I do.
Article 2, point 3, keep abreast of the drone technology, explore the recommended opportunities and locations for safe flying. I think it says SALT flying.
Okay, I changed that.
Oh, you changed that one. Okay.
It says safe flying here.
Okay.
Christina already caught me on that and
Okay.
corrected me.
Now down on Article 3, pilot trainer, co-pilot trainee, I think we need to put in pass the trust test.
Yeah, okay.
That's where that.
I see what you're, yeah, okay.
So because it's a simple test and they're looking for it out there. When
It's
you're
one of the
flying.
things that I have to, okay, I put it in under the class of membership shall be pass the trust test, a member of Leisure World resident, okay, so that's in there, and I do have it further down in the notes.
Joseph, please
Yeah.
capitalize trust,
What?
because it's a specific,
Ah,
the
okay.
trust test. Yeah.
Okay.
What is the trust test?
Okay, we'll get into that a little further down in the thing,
Okay.
but it's a test that all drone flyers
Yeah.
are supposed to take.
Joseph, I
Yeah.
hate to say it, I take it off that line that you put it on and put it at the end of the pilot trainer, because the people don't have to pass the trust test to be a member. So I have to just put it at the very after, right there. Yeah, there you go. Because and delete it from above the. There we go.
Okay, all right.
Better.
That's perfect.
Anything else, Bruce?
No,
Or
no, that,
anybody? Okay. As soon as we have an in-person meeting, we'll collect dues. We'll start collecting dues again.
Okay.
Okay, so that's everything on there. Um, Someone make a motion to accept the bylaws as presented.
I make a motion to accept the bylaws.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
Okay, Christina seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, that's everybody. So it's unanimous. Okay,
No.
now I'm going to go to some other stuff. I'm going to show you an organization chart. Do you see this chart?
Yes.
Okay. I'll expand it out to the full screen here. This is how I envision the club, okay? There's the officers, people that we have as pilots. Do you know anything about Larry Brillstein, Bruce?
Yes, I do.
Is
Yeah,
he still going to stick around?
I think so. You know, it was tough when he came in right when the whole miscommunication and Zoom calls were falling off and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I know.
You know, so I think he just got disenchanted. He loves flying his drone. I don't know if you know his
Okay.
background. He was a cameraman for ABC in San Francisco area for 40 years. I went to high
Mhm.
school with him. He went to high school right here at Los Valley. We grew up on the same street. Then he finally moved back here. His mom passed away and he moved into her place. And he loves flying his drone. He's got a nice drone. He's all licensed. I'm kind of surprised he's not on this call. I didn't reach out to him because I just got back in town. But yeah, I think he'll be interested in being around. He's a social guy. And like I said, loves to fly his drone, knows a lot about drones. You had to have all that stuff because he was the news people would say, hey, get your drone, or the fire department would say, hey, get your drone up and tell us what's going on the other side of that fence. So he'd actually help the police and the fire department with his drone. He's got a nice Mavic 3, which
Mhm.
is a top of the line Mavic, which is a nice DJI drone. And he loves to help and he loves to train. He's got he's a great guy. Yeah, I'll get him aboard.
Okay,
He wants
get
to.
Larry in here. This is my vision of what we're going to do here.
Okay.
The pilot trainers, each one of the people, I have Bruce there. Bruce Vickers, I'm not sure if he had a drone or not, but Christina is a pilot trainer. Gordon Smith, who we know, Gordon notified me he wasn't going to be able to be here because of a doctor's appointment. And the same thing for Joe Osuna. So they notified me.
Okay,
and Fred
good.
Carpenter, who's flies his drone, is a trainer, will be a trainer. Each trainer will be assigned a couple of members to work with. Okay? One at least, two at most. Okay? And it'll be your responsibility to train them. Okay? Now, this is my idea of the method for training them. Let me get back. I'll send you a copy of this when we're done too, so you have it. Get back here. I watched a video the other day, best PC FPV simulator for January 22. This is from Bardwell. Does anybody know who Bardwell is? He's
No.
a famous FPV pilot, anyhow. He goes over all the simulators that are available in 2022, free, and knows their cost. Okay. And the one that he comes up with that's the best is the one that I already have by coincidence, which is the Drone Racing League simulator. Okay. This is a screen from the Drone Racing League simulator. This is the training part. It starts with basics of how to use a controller. One of these things. I'm not sure if my camera will pick it up.
Mhm.
Okay. You have to have, that's the thing with these simulators. Some of them will let you fly with your keyboard. You got to be able to fly with a simulator, with a controller, because that's what you're going to be doing when you're flying your drone. You're not going to learn anything by flying a drone with your keyboard. Okay? In this list of simulators that you'll get in the mail, there'll be free ones and ones that cost money. Okay? This one, the Drone Racing League simulator, costs $9.99. Okay? If you don't already have a controller, you'll have to invest in one of those. It has to be a wired controller for these online things so that they work okay. If you have a PlayStation, you can have it on that. Okay? In order to run the drone racing simulator on a computer, you need to join the Steam community. STEAM, Steam. Okay? Steam.com. It's simple. It doesn't cost anything. It's something that allows you to play games on your computer that you couldn't play on the Windows platform. Okay? The other thing that the pilots will be helping the co-pilots with is the trust test. See, I wasn't kidding, Bruce. It's on here.
Okay.
And here's the link. You'll get that too. Okay? What you do is just, also what I would like you to do is when you meet with your people, just meet with them on Zoom. And have them take the test while they're on Zoom with you. Okay? I was going to have a session like next week so that we could teach people how to use Zoom for the ones that didn't know. Okay? So that they would start a meeting, the pilot and co-pilots would get together, or the pilot would start the meeting, the co-pilots would come on, and they'd share their screen and start to do the test. And you could talk about the questions and answers. You know, in this test, Yuri, you can't get it wrong. If you get it wrong, they say try again. Okay? So it's just a matter of coming to understand the stuff. So it might look very challenging at first, but you can get through it if you just do it. And if you have a
Okay.
guide to help you, that will help. Okay?
Okay, thank you for the info.
So
Okay.
Joseph, I got a question here, Joseph. That we're talking about that trust test, right? That's the
Mhm.
one that you'd have on screen to pass first. Is that what we're discussing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
that's
know we
this
had
link
this
here that I
before.
have my thing on. Go ahead.
We had this before and I turned that in. I can't remember if I sent it to Bruce or somebody
did.
else.
I got it.
You got it. Okay, great.
I've got a notebook.
Bruce has all that stuff, and he can anytime he wants release that stuff to the secretary.
We'll
Okay,
get together
great.
one of these days.
Okay, so you guys, you know, that kind of membership stuff should be in the secretary's bailiwick and thing.
Yeah, I've got a whole
It just
notebook.
makes
for
it
the sec-
easier for you because you got Bruce. You had so much shit to do by the time you got done with the club before that you were overwhelmed. I'm sure.
Little bit.
So I'll send these couple of things out. Okay, I'm going to stop share and bring us back to here. It's
Joseph,
really pretty simple. If you look at the bottom of your screen there, it says share screen. Do you see that? There's a green thing at the bottom of the screen.
yeah, mine's at the top.
Okay, all right. So, but there's a bunch of like the microphone, video, security, participants. All that stuff is displayed along your screen somewhere, Yuri?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see it.
all right. Do you already know how to share screen?
No, not on this program, but Basically,
Okay.
I know the concept.
All right. I don't care what program you use. If you guys are familiar with another program, you're welcome to use that. But I'm willing to teach a thing next week on how to do this for everybody, on how to share the screen and stuff. And I'm going to ask everybody to get in touch with some members to find out if they're going to stick around and stay interested. Yuri, I'm going to make Bruce your pilot.
Okay.
So you and Bruce are hooked up here.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi.
Now you're in trouble.
Do you have a drone yet?
Not yet. It's,
No.
another thing I would need guidance on what.
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing about the simulator is you don't drive. It doesn't cost you $700 when you crash.
Ah,
You know,
But
it doesn't explode your drone into 1,000 different pieces or have it fall into the ocean or something.
yeah.
Now,
And ruin your family relationship, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is also, you know, you think you spend $10 for that, and then you spend $20 for a controller. You're on the way to spending some money. You know, why not get a drone? But there's a lot of times during the year when you're not going to fly.
Right.
When it's the rainy season or the really hot season or something.
Right.
And
or
if you don't
wind.
keep up your skills somehow, you're not going to have them. You know, you'll go
Yeah, I
back out
agree.
a month after never having flown before, and it's just like you've never done it before. Anybody have that experience?
Huh.
Raise your hands. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Joseph, can I jump in for a second?
Absolutely.
I've never used a simulator. Never.
Okay.
I don't have a controller to use on a simulator. I don't, and I'm not bragging in any way. It wasn't something that I did. I just went out to El Dorado and started flying a wing aircraft back in 2000
Well, yeah.
and kind of just evolved. So I
Well, once you learn the controller, you've learned how to fly.
right.
The
But I need
craft
to-
is irrelevant.
I
You
need
know,
to go
because
out
Joe
and get
Osuna doesn't know how to fly a drone, or hasn't, but he's flown airplanes. So I
Right,
made
right.
him a pilot. You know, so
yeah.
he can help other people. And you wouldn't need to own a controller. The person you're teaching needs to own a controller.
Okay.
Okay, but you just need to watch them do it. You know, and help them if they're having trouble. You'll have a lot of fun with it, really.
Yeah. Well,
The drone simulator's fun. They fly from one railroad car to another, or from the top of one roof to another.
that sounds fun. I'm going to buy a controller. That sounds great. It's going to take me a little while to get up on the controller.
Yeah,
One of
well,
drone-
at the Steam thing where you'll buy the drone simulator, they
Yeah.
also sell a controller for like $19.
Okay.
Okay,
What-
which is
what
about
was-
what you pay anywhere.
Yeah. What was that again? Steam? What's it? .com? Something?
STEAM, Steam,
.com.
and that's where you buy the drone simulator.
Okay.
Okay,
Beautiful. Okay.
and that lets you into it, and you'll have a lot of fun with that.
It sounds
Owen,
like
go ahead, please. Owen.
Yes, when we had the initial in-person meeting, we talked about this, and I went and got the simulator. So I do have it at home that I haven't been on for a while. It's the holidays and whatnot, but I do have it, and it's a great learning tool because I personally don't have a drone yet. I've been kind of filling this whole thing out to see where we're going here, but I do have the simulator at home. I highly recommend it. You know, you got it right at your fingertips, and it is fun. It's like a video game, and it's fun to play around with. So I highly
Lots of
recommend
loud music and stuff. It's great.
it's really cool. You get this annoying pop-up. It keeps wanting you to sign in if you don't want to sign in, but you know, aside from that, it's pretty cool.
nice.
Yeah, and I think Christina, do you have it too?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Owen, I'm assigning you to Joe Osuna.
Okay. No,
You'll
that's
be
fine.
his co-pilot. So that they work together already on Monday stuff. And I'm also going to open the Video Producers Club to the Drone Club. Okay, not that you can take it over or anything, but like there is a PlayStation up there that has the Drone Racing League on it. So if you want to do your training up there, you can do that. And when we get together, we'll probably do more of that. But while we're apart like this, we need to use Zoom or something to make this work right.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to just read off a list of people. Beverly Bender. Anybody know her?
Yeah. Mhm.
Met her.
Okay, and she's the treasurer in the other club. So Bruce Virks. Does anybody know Bruce
And I
Virks?
know him.
You
He's
do?
a member of Bike Club and Wine Club, and great guy. He will be here, I'm sure.
Okay, I want to ask you then, Yuri, to contact him.
Okay, contact
Find
him.
out if he wants to continue to be part of this club, and did he not get the emails, or did he know we were
All
going to
right.
have a meeting? Okay. I'll get a hold of Chung Bok Cho. Then we have David Wolf.
I know him. Well, everyone knows him. Probably.
Everyone knows David. Yep.
All right.
Okay. And I'll get a hold of David. Does anybody know Don Kopke? Okay. Fred, I don't know why Fred's not here, but I'll shake his cage a little bit. Gus Kraus, who used to be the vice president, says he wants to stay in the club, but he couldn't be here today because of an appointment. I don't know if John Rogers is going to stick around or not. I imagine no would be my guess, but he's still on the list. Leslie Parker. Anybody know Leslie Parker? Okay, Christina, I'm going to send you her and Beverly's phone numbers and stuff so you can contact the two ladies.
Okay.
Phil Mandeville. Okay, Owen, I'm going to send you Phil Mandeville stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Tony Palango? Nothing? Okay. All right, so that's everybody. We have 20 people on this list, so if we get, like 15 or 16 involved, we'll be good. We're planning to do a newspaper article coming up. Owen has volunteered to do the writing on the newspaper article. If you have any good pictures that would signify the drone club, since we probably won't be able to get together to do a group shot, like a picture of you flying your drone, or your controller in front of you and a big grin on your face and bugs in your teeth or whatever.
Joseph,
Something that will attract attention.
I did take some photos when we were at the amphitheater. This is probably back August, September,
Okay.
whenever that was. So I
Okay.
did take some photos then. I think Joe took some. So we'll have a picture and caption to get it going.
Okay, all right, good. And it'll be kind of a recruitment drive to see if we can get some more people. If we can get like 15 or 16 people going, we'll be just fine,
Yeah.
Joseph, we're just getting a hold of these folks and telling them what we're doing. We had the first meeting.
Yeah,
Are you still involved? That sort of thing.
did you get the emails? Was there some not like was there some reason you didn't come, but did you get the emails? And are you still interested in the club? Do you want to be part of it?
Yeah. What are you interested in the drones for? And, what can we help you with? And, we need to get people excited about drones. I think once people see them and they fly them, even if it's the simulator, I think, whoa, this is pretty cool.
If
You
they get
guys-
in that simulator, they'll be excited.
Yeah. It's addicting.
What is the main purpose of the club? Just to technically fly drones, or there are any projects like observations or mapping or whatever? Do we know that?
No, the first point of the club is recreation.
Okay, so just
Okay.
flying the drones.
Flying drones, flying photography drones, pretty much is what everybody wants to do. Becoming a capable pilot and learning how to do the flying photographs, photography stuff. Bruce has done a lot of that. Christina's done some of that. They'll be glad to share videos with you at the next meeting, for example. Have a
But-
short video ready to show us. So you can share screen and show the videos so people can see what you've done.
And Yuri, there's
Yes.
a difference between recreation and non-recreational flying. Legally, to take that step, you need a Part 107 license. You need a whole nother license if you're going to make any money or any compensation from your flying. So if you're just doing it all for fun, recreational, kind of like we're talking about, no big deal. But if you want to make money in real estate or some other way, you need to have a Part 107 license. So you
Right.
gotta be careful.
And even if you don't want to make money, if you want to do some community service projects like CERTS, you know what CERTS is?
Sounds familiar, but I cannot.
Something emergency preparedness thing
Yes.
that Phil does. They're having a thing next Tuesday, I think, where they need people to be victims, of an emergency. So if you
Okay.
wanted to go to that, you're welcome to go. I'll have Phil send out a thing. I'll contact
Yeah.
him.
Okay. No, my question was not for the practical reason, but it would help in contacting other people. Explaining what the club is and what.
Yeah.
Because everyone can tell, hey, I can buy a drone and just learn myself.
Yeah,
So-
you can. Sure.
You can, but you
Yeah.
can get a lot of good tips and
Right.
training.
No.
It's probably
One
the
thing,
best. It's replaced all my cameras. When I go on vacation, having drone shots from my vacation is irreplaceable. It's amazing.
I can imagine.
Having shots of your kids surfing, not from the sand, but
Right.
from 5 feet over their head as they're going into the wave. It's amazing. I mean, once you get it
Yeah.
down, it's not that hard either. It's pretty darn easy. It's amazing.
I can imagine. And besides, it's always better to be in the band of people for, as you mentioned, advice, for sharing points, sharing experiences, camaraderie.
almost everything you do in this club, like in most clubs, is really lonely stuff. You're out alone doing something, or you're out with one other person doing something, or
Yes.
every time you do something, every time you pick up your drone and look at it, it gives you a question comes to mind, and you wish you had someone to ask. Okay,
Mhm.
Mhm.
that's what
Yes.
this is for.
Yeah.
Yes. Well said. Thank you. No, it will help me, to talk to other people, who potentially could be interested.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll
then
see.
showing some drones, whether it's on the Zoom or when we get back, hopefully we can get back and meet in person. I think that'll really help too. But
It'll
showing
help.
that some people have done, I think will bring some people in, and a couple good shots in the paper would be a good thing too.
Mhm.
So I feel
Yeah.
good about it. And I was kind of getting a little, now I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Great.
I think and teaming people up,
Well,
because I expect you guys to be in touch with each other aside from the meetings.
yeah.
To get in touch at least once a week and chat, if nothing else, on a Zoom thing or something.
Yeah.
Don't put the email in the background, and talk to each other. That's really important to do, I think.
Yeah. Send your videos, whatever you're shooting out there, if you get out there before the wind
Well,
kills.
we have the website too, the Facebook page,
Okay, that's
Drone
still good.
Club Facebook page, where
Okay,
you
I
can
wasn't.
post things and look at things that people have done. Christina's on there, Bruce is on there. I think I've got something on there. Other people have stuff on there, so that's a good resource too. And I'll add that into the list of things that I'm sending you to go to and look at and resource. And I'm sending you
Joseph?
the organization chart and the links to other things that you could go and look at. Now, if you, they go over in the video, they go over 10 or so different simulators. Some of them are free. You can try as many as you want. I think the best one, and the one that they rate the highest, is the one that I'm talking to you about.
Mhm.
But there are others you could just drop one on your phone to look at. You know, you could do a lot of stuff to fool around if you want to. But
Yeah.
doing something with one of these things, with a controller, is vitally important. You need the muscle memory. That's what you're trying to build up, is to remember, you push it up, it does this, you push it down, it does this. What happens if I push it right? You know, what happens if I push this one up and this one right? You know, that's the stuff that you have to get into your, so that you don't have to say that to yourself, you just do it. Go ahead, Owen.
Links for this drone Facebook page. That sounds pretty important. So you're saying you're going to put in a link for people that
I
so they
will
can get to that?
when I send out the things that I'm sending out with the link for the drone racing league, the link for Steam, the link for
Okay.
the other stuff that we've talked about here, the 10, the 10 best
Mhm.
simulators, and the link for the web page, not web page, but the Facebook page for the Drone Club.
You're gonna
Okay.
send that, you're gonna send that to the whole club?
Yep, I'll send it to everybody.
Beautiful.
Also, I've recorded this meeting. So what I'm going to do is give me about 2 or 3 hours to get done with editing it a little bit. And I'll put out the link for that too. So that when you talk to people, you can tell them that they have the link for this if they want to find out what we did.
I've been
Because I
taking
don't want to
notes
do all
along
of
the
this
way, so
again.
I'm taking notes along the way. So as we've been
Okay,
talking.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, and the minutes can be a simple thing, A regular meeting we'll talk a little bit, we'll watch a video or two. If we have any business, we'll approve the last minutes meetings, we'll approve the last treasurer's report. And then after that, we go around and say, "Hi, Bruce, how you doing? What have you been up to?" And he tells a little bit about it, and we do a round table. So everybody gets to hear everybody talk. Okay, and that's how I do meetings. It's not door to door stuff that like this one is, and this is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
How often are we going to be meeting?
I'm sorry.
How often are we meeting?
Well, I'm going to schedule one of these meetings again for next Friday,
Okay.
so that we can go over Zoom, so people know how to share, and everybody will get to try sharing, so that we can see that you know how to share. Okay, and then you'll be loose to do stuff on. We'll do one every maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. It depends on what the crowd votes for. If you don't want to get together, we won't get together. But I think it's important that we see each other as much as we can, even in this time. Also, I'm going to print out the bylaws. Okay, they have to be signed by the officers. Okay, the one
then
thing
Don't they have to be given to someone in the recreation department?
Yeah, they have to be taken to recreation and registered with them after they've been signed by the officers. And then we need in these minutes, Owen, it needs to say who the officers were and that they were elected and that has to be signed by all the officers too, because it's the one that has to go to the recreation department and the bank, so that we can change the treasurer to Christina. Okay? So once I figure out how we're going to get everybody to sign this stuff, aside from putting it out on my patio so you can drop by when you feel like it and sign it, which will probably be what we do, so that I can turn it into the recreation sometime next week. I'm trying to get a meeting time where we meet close to the Video Producers Club time. So I'll be sending that information out to you too. I've kept you guys long enough. You got anything else to say?
Yeah, just a question there. You said needs to be signed by all the attendees for this meeting for these.
No, all
officers?
the officers.
Oh, just by the officers have to
Just the
sign?
officers, yes.
Okay.
Hope we get more participants.
We will. We will.
Yeah. I don't
And
think,
even if we don't, we're not a bad crowd.
no, I think that was a problem before we were,
No, we'll
Overbooked
get
it.
them. Joe will be here, Gordon will be here.
yeah, Larry will be here, Gus
Yeah.
will be here.
It'll take some time, but we'll get it.
Once the word gets out that it's not the same old club as, we were kind of going down a bad path. I hate to say it. Communication getting too deep. The bylaws was a freaking 3-month ordeal. You just did it in a week and it looks perfect. That's what we need. Focus on fun and looking at fun stuff and fun.
That's the work I do. The rest of the stuff, the meetings and training and all of that stuff, that's you guys.
All right. I'm up to it. I'm excited.
Okay. It's been great to meet with you guys. And I'll have this video out in the next couple of hours. If you need anything from me, you have my phone number and me email. Just let me know.
All right.
Joseph, I'm
Good
going to
job.
clean up. I'm going to
Good
clean
job.
up these
Meeting
meeting
you.
minutes, and I'll send these to you.
Nice
Okay.
meeting everyone.
All right. Good to
All
meet
right.
you, Yuri. See you
Have a good
soon.
day. Take care.
Bye-bye.